Hey everybody, JC Hildebrand from MotorcycleUSA.com. We're testing the 2009 F800GS from BMW down here in southern Utah and enjoying the beautiful scenery and really a creative bike. What this bike does is it meets a market gap created by BMW's large displacement 1200GS and then their smaller displacement 650GS. The 800 here, this bike is really catering to people who want more off-road performance from their GS. The parallel twin is essentially sourced from the 800 ST, their sport touring machine, and it's pretty much identical, but there have been a few changes to it as far as the needs to be able to fit it into this off-road chassis. The larger wheel, the 45mm Marzocchi fork, these things necessitated changing the angle of the engine. It's claimed to put out in the 80s in terms of horsepower. It's very usable, you know, it's got good low end, and it really starts to sing once you get up past the about the 5,000 RPM mark. You get into the 5,500 to 6,000, and that really starts the top end surge, which continues all the way until redline. So it has a pretty thrilling top end. That makes it a real blast on the street, but you can still control that with decent usable low range and mid-range power. Since we had plenty of experience with the rocks this week, we got to test the suspension quite well. The suspension and chassis does a pretty good job of handling what this bike is designed to do. The Marzocchi fork up front, it'll get a little shake now and then if you get as you get the speeds up and you get into some sharp edge impacts. But for the most part, it does a superior job by far to the non-conventional design on the larger GS. It's certainly very dirt oriented. It's still a ton of fun on the street, but when you combine the comfortable chassis and the good suspension, it really starts to come alive off-road. Perhaps the best thing about it in terms of being a dirt bike is the fact that it's really comfortable for standing and sitting. They've done a great job on getting the ergonomics correct, and so the tall handlebar, the seat relationship, and the pegs is all comfortable. The only gripe I really had is the pegs seem to be just a little too far forward, so you're kind of sitting with your toes up a lot. But other than that, the bike is extremely comfortable to stand on. I spent essentially all day, you know, with my butt off the seat. The retail price is extremely competitive as well. It rings in at about $10,500. You got to factor in some shipping costs as well to that, and depending on what kind of package or accessories you want, the price only goes up from there. But you know, we've had a day on it, and we've been pretty impressed with the new BMW. So if you'd like to find out more information, visit your BMW dealership and ask them questions about the 2009 F800GS.